record just from now
Just
on.
it.
That's fine. I'll go through that again. So basically, we looked at adding AOVs in render settings. So I'm just summing up for the recording. Render setting AOV. So I added Z, diffuse albedo, and indirect. We're looking really for, to use these things and things like this. We're also going to look after I'm going to get through this bit. We're going to look at, are you using these render layers with Steve then? Yes? No? Maybe? Guys? So that's okay. So I suppose what I can do is just, come in here and add the AOVs at some point. I'm not going to do these just yet, but there we go. So let's see if this actually saved. I didn't get an answer from anybody, so I'm just charging ahead. If I come in here, more stuff, my stuff, just let me look where I am. I'm in. I've been consolidating my Maya projects. I'm in UV editing. There we go. So if I just come back to here, I go into images, into the date. That should be it. So I'm just going to, please let it be the right image. It is fun with AOVs. Now I added a plugin to Photoshop, which reads EXRs properly. Yes, which is this 3D IO. Listen, it could be spyware for all I know. It does let me open these things. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it didn't bring in all the layers. It's supposed to bring in all the layers, channels. Ooh, that's very bad. Oh, you know what it did? I forgot to do. So images, there's all the different layers. So when you're setting up your render settings here, stupidly, I forgot to tell it to put all the render layers in a single image. And let's see if I can figure out where to do that. So that is under render settings. I don't know. I've been doing so much time in animation that I can't remember how to do anything else here. So if I do Arnold renderer, AOVs, I'm sure it's in here. Common Arnold renderer is fine. System AOVs. Common. Did it merge AOVs? You always want to do that. Otherwise, you get this mess. Okay, so merge AOVs. I'm going to re-render this scene out now. Arnold render. It should merge the AOVs now. Why didn't somebody tell me that I didn't do that? Okay. Yeah, I know my bricks are a bit stretched. They need a bit of help. I feel like fixing them now, but I'm not going to. 7%. So it's still, listen, I'm really just using the dome light for this, and this is, there's hardly any geometry in here, and this is still taking a bit of time to render. Your light samples that you add, which is why I don't generally go above 3 or 4, at least off when I first start, is they do add to your rendering load. I don't know if it actually shows up under the Arnold render as what it's considering, but whenever I'm pretty sure when it's doing the diffuse, it's doing a lot of the diffuse indirect with this. Is this done yet? Oh, it's done. So let's see now if I can find it. There we go. Maya UV editing images date. Where did it save the image to? Let me just change that. So sorry. I should have renamed it. So let me go one more time because I'm being silly now. Common. AAA. New fun with AOVs. There we go. I got my there we go. Merge AOVs, which to be honest, they should also have that over here when you're doing this. Okay. Got my AOVs. There we go. Got my system. Got here. There we go. Ooh, change that to DPU. I'm going to do this one more time. Let me see if it's made the image and where it's made it. Oh, come on. Where I know I named the image that. So let me look at my render settings again. Oh, it's still rendering. Okay. I did call it AAA with it. And I know this is terrible naming. I don't know how else I'm supposed to do. I'll sit here quietly.
Time for a bit of ukulele.
I could pull a ukulele. It needs tuning.
Ah,
The problem is I'll start singing if I pull the ukulele out, and then that'll be the end of all the students. So
I'm sure we will all enjoy it very much.
depends. I mean, Elvis was good and stuff. But singing he sings in the sort of right key for me, so I do a bit of Elvis.
Amazing.
It's quite a deep key, so I can't, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just one or two Elvis songs, and they're not typical Elvis songs. They're,
Even better.
And I like to change the words too. Okay, so hopefully that's.
Fingers crossed.
Let's see if I can find AAA now. Oh, come on. More stuff. Maya stuff. UV editing. Images. Where is AAA? Where is it putting it? I just don't know. I'm just going to search for AAA again. What? Why can't it find it? All right, one more. Okay.
Let's check. I think we should check the settings.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me. Right?
Oh, I know. I'm going to save a multi-layer EXR from here.
Okay, cool.
AAA. Dang it. Now it should have everything. It's got diffuse. It's got diffuse direct. It's got diffuse indirect. It's got emission, which there is none in there. Z, which you can't see right now. There you go. Now, where did I save that? I put it somewhere. How did it go back to Maya stuff? AAA. That's not it. That's a zip file. I did call it AAA, and I called it something else, didn't I? Dang it, there it is. Oh, let's just do this. So let's just open that, and please open as a multi-layer. Because if it isn't, I'm going to take a break. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's look at the layers. Oh, yay, finally. That's exactly what I want. So this is sort of what you get in Newt, too. So this is quite cool. So we can turn off the RGB. We can come in here, and I should be able to. So this is it's 16-bit. So I'm going to go to. I'm going to change this to a 16-bit. You get and it's weird because you can really tell the difference between 32 and 16 bits per pixel with a depth map. Definitely. Let me see if the depth map actually is working. If I come in here to image adjustments, exposure, I should be able to bring this down. Oh, let me just do it as I don't want to change that. So if I come in here, image adjustments, exposure. If I change that, it should, there it goes. That's changing that image. Okay, good. If I turn that off and I take this and I do an adjustment layer, okay, that should just do that. So I'm going to turn off everything below it for now. And all I'm trying to do is actually see my, I just saw something that appeared and didn't, then it went away, didn't it? What's that? It's not letting me see this, which I would really like to see right now. Oh, there we go. That ZDepth. That is ZDepth. So what it is, it's doing it so heavy that I can now do depth of field because I have ZDepth. I could invert it. I could do all sorts of things. So at least you can see it now. But look at it. So if I bring up, okay, I had to bring, see, it's measuring by brightness value of the pixels of how far things are from the camera. It's not that information isn't there unless I do this, but you can't really see. The offset is sort of okay. So there you go. I just don't want that. And then let me look at the gamma. I love Zdepth channel. I think what I have to do is add this as a mask. I'm pretty sure I should just be able to select it, but then I can start to get, the nice thing about Zdepth is I can get depth of field. And I love doing this. I just haven't done this in a while. So 3D blur, lens blur, takes a minute to load. So what I'm going to do is add that map to the transparency channel. So if I take this, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn that off. Channels. Ah, it's no longer the alpha, it's the depth. Now, maybe. Damon, you think this is going to work?
I've got all my fingers crossed.
I keep wanting to do it under 3D. Lens blur, baby. There's my depth. Why is it showing me that?
Oh,
Hold on.
what happened there?
Cancel. There it is. Get out of it. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Filter. I've done this before, I swear. It should work. It's easier to do in After Effects, to be honest with you. Why it's showing me the wrong thing. So normally you could do depth and then change your focal distance. I don't know why it's showing me the alpha channel at this point. So normally you just,
is it because of the channels? And channels, I think we've got alpha selected only.
oh, maybe the channels.
Uh,
Let me turn it on. Maybe that's what.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Layers, this.
It's looking better.
Yeah, at least you can see the effect of the depth map.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Filters, I know. And it's not under 3D. It is lens blur. I'm sure it's lens blur. Yay!
There we go.
Depth. Look at that. How cool
Amazing.
is that? Man alive. So I can change the distance because it's done with a map. So, it just takes a while to do. Here, I could invert it. Yay. Don't ask me to do that again. What have you done? I knew how it should work. So, so there you go. There's a bit of depth of field. I think actually, I'm going to do Gaussian. A little too much blur in the back for the distance the way it is. So I suppose I'd bring it down a bit. So if I bring it to 0, then it's all in. So if I do like how big is 1?
Probably need a 5.
Let's try 5. Oh, that's just a nice touch there. Good